Every single trader goes through the same 5 stages, and most of you watching are stuck at stage 3, and you don't even realize it, and this is what's holding you back. I'm going to go through in this video all the stages, and by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly where you're stuck and what stage you're at, so that you can understand your process and your journey better, and then from there, you're going to be able to level up. Because if you don't know where you are within the process of your journey, it's going to be difficult. So make sure you watch this to the end, and I'm going to drop a lot of useful information and aha moments for you within this video, and you're going to see yourself within this video, I guarantee it. So let's get started. So first of all, everybody, 100%, all traders start at the bottom over here, and this is the beginner. You see, the beginner starts here, and they are basically full of hope. They saw some Lambo video, some influencer, some guru. They saw that, they got excited, and then they think it's easy, okay? And they think that all they need to do is learn a strategy. They think that the strategy, all they got to do is put indicators on a chart and voila, they're going to be profitable. This is where most people go wrong, okay? Because as you know, this strategy is 1%, okay? It gets more complicated than that. So that is the beginner stage. And then after a while, they become the hustler. This is the hustler stage, stage 2. Okay, now you've been through this. This is the stage where you're watching every single video, you're learning everything. Everything you can find on the internet, you'll learn it, you're gonna try it. You're gonna try EA trading, robots, you're gonna try ICT, you're gonna try anything. Market maker structure, you're gonna try orbs, you're gonna try all kinds of things, MACDs, every single indicator that you have, you're going to go and try it. And this is the part where everybody is overtrading. You're spending so much time over here overtrading, and you can be here for a year or 2 years even. If you're lucky to have a mentor, a good mentor to start you off in the right direction, to show you the ropes, then you can shortcut this stage, because they're just going to show you what works. And if you believe them and you see it working, then you've saved yourself a lot of time. But also on the flip side is you have to go through this. You have to really try everything to appreciate what works, you see. And so we all have to go ahead and try every single indicator. This is just part of it. Okay, and those are the ones that are truly committed. Really, they love the idea of trading. It's an obsession. And so they try everything. It becomes a weekend hobby. The word hobby is where it goes wrong, because you don't take it seriously, so you're just tinkering forever. You can get stuck here tinkering for a long time. And then of course, finally, you're gonna find something. You're gonna like one particular strategy, is gonna resonate with you. And that is where you get to stage 3, which is you have a strategy that works and you've backtested. That's the other thing. You do backtesting now. You understand the power of backtesting. And this is where most traders are at. This is the 90% get stuck here. If they don't quit, if they haven't quit, you see, I would say 90% of people that start quit. Like 90% of beginners quit already. Okay, they dabble in trading for 3 months and then they realize, wow, it's not for me. So they quit and they never come back, and they go do some other shiny object. So they have a low commitment level. Okay, but if you're here in the loop, You're serious. You've been doing this for years. I don't know how many years you've been stuck in this loop. For me, I was stuck here for 10 years. Some of you longer, some of you less, 4 or 5 years, 2 years. But we all have to go through the loop. And I talked about this loop in my previous video. I'll link it at the end if you didn't watch it. But the loop looks like this. You try trading, you try your strategy because you were motivated, you really believed in it, it resonated with you, so you're trying it, you're back testing, but then you lose. So you try, and then you lose. Right? And then you burn out. This is the burnout. You get burnt out. You're exhausted. You're tired. You've been doing this for so many years now. And then that's when you take a break. You stop trading for 6 months, 3 months, a year. For me, it was 6 months, my longest period. The last time I took a break before I went to stage 4 and 5. And a lot of people take a break and they don't come back. They join the beginners club again. They leave with the beginners. They really gave it their all, but they somehow convinced themselves that trading is a scam, it's bullshit, everybody's out to cheat them, the market's after them, the banks are after them, Jerome Powell, the interest rates, everything is so screwed up, the war, nothing works, right? That's when they leave for good, right? But then also, a lot of people leave, take a break, cool off, they go off and they think and they get some idea and then they get motivated again. They get motivated, they see another Lambo clip or they learn a new strategy, they find something while they're doom scrolling on Instagram or whatever it is, or on YouTube, and it looks good and they go, aha, that's what I need. That's the one I need. That's the strategy that I need. So they go for that and then they repeat. And you see this vicious cycle, they repeat, they try it, and then they lose, they burn out again, they take a break, they get motivated. This happens. And this can happen 100 times. It can go on forever. It's a savage loop. And if you're here, I want you to continue and not quit. Okay? Because I'm going to explain to you how to break that loop and break that cycle. I'm going to show you how to break that cycle for good. Because once you get past stage 3, the only way you get past stage 3 and succeed is when you realize you have an epiphany. You have had so many loops and so much pain that you realize that, hey, it's not the fucking strategy, it's you. It's your mindset, it's your psychology. That is the realization. That is the mental shift. That's what I call the shift. The awakening. When you wake up and snap out of it and realize it's not strategy, that's when you start working on your psychology. When you realize psychology is actually what you got to fix. Your identity. When you shift your identity from a trader that is always stuck in the loop and losing, or a beginner, you're not a beginner anymore. You're a pro, and you're now beginning to have discipline, right? You got emotional control or mastery. You master your emotions. Emotional mastery. This is the stage 4. This is the level up. This is where most beginners never reach. The hustler, the fucking hustler doesn't even get to this stage. Right? And then you realize that you also have a nervous system that is blocking your trades. So you learn to regulate your nervous system. Important. Big one. this regulating yourself and understanding how your brain works and your nervous system and going from sympathetic to parasympathetic and understanding that you're always in survival state is the fucking shift. Because that at that stage you realize that if you can control and regulate your nervous system, you're not going to react. That's what I teach my students. That's what I teach my students, how to not react, all of this, right? And also, you got to reprogram, right? Reprogram your subconscious mind. You realize that you have been fucking lied to and brain and like fed junk. Your subconscious mind is full of junk, old, bad, outdated programming that is not made for trading. You have that old civilian mindset. You've got to become a sniper. That's where you reprogram for your level up. That's how you become disciplined automatically. If you run the right programs, you automatically become disciplined. It's not a fight. You don't fight the market. You don't fight yourself. You can stick to one trade. You don't revenge trade anymore. Because that's part of your new program. Do you understand? You don't revenge trade. You don't FOMO. You don't get back at the market. You understand the market. You've done everything. You're just the new person. You've leveled up. And you have structure. You trade with a structure. And you trade with a plan. And you stick to it. You don't fucking strategy hop. At this level, stage 4, you're not strategy hopping anymore because you know what works. You realize you know enough. You've been doing this. You've done all of this. You've done all of this. You graduated. You're here now at stage 4. This is where most of my students are at. This is the work I do. Stage 4, I give you that mental shift, the identity shift, if you want to call that. Whatever you want to call it, it's the upgrade. It's the aha moment, right? And you'll be here for 3 to 6 months. It doesn't happen overnight. You can have the realization, but there's work you got to do. You got to reprogram your brain. You got to reprogram your subconscious mind. You have to create new habits. That's going to take time, 3 to 6 months, right? But it's worth it. If you put in the work every day, you can clear out the old bullshit and upgrade. Right? And then, once you do this successfully, you become the operator, the capitalist. The capitalist is the top 1% of the whole fucking world. Top of the food chain. This is the person that can take any account and make it profitable. That keeps adding more funded accounts to their portfolio. They manage other people's money. They become hedge fund managers. They do all sorts of amazing, incredible, beautiful things with their lives. They are the enlightened trader. They've gone through the dark night. They've done the hard work. They've faced their fucking demons. You see? That's when life gets good. The enlightened top 1% professional trader is calm, detached, right? No trade can ruin you. No win can get you excited. No loss will destroy your day. It's just part of probability, sequence. They are process driven. They fall in love with the process. You see, it's not the outcome, it's the process. If you follow your process and you do the right things, you will have an outcome that is in your favor because you know your numbers. Process driven, right? And low frequency. Low frequency, that means they don't overtrade. They're taking 2-3 trades a week. Nobody can do scalping at this level and maintain it. high frequency trading, right? High frequency trading are like scalper bots that hedge funds have spent millions of dollars creating to get a tiny edge ahead of price and slip their orders in. That is different. You don't have access to that information or that technology, right? So forget about high frequency. You want low frequency, high quality, A+ setups. And you know what it looks like. You have done thousands of those trades or hundreds. You have the pattern recognition. You know exactly what to look for every single day or week. There's no guesswork. There's no hesitation at this level because you understand all of this. You are a master of yourself and a master of your strategy. And that is the operator. You see? And until you can understand and appreciate these stages, if you don't know where you are here, right, you can never level up. You're just always going to be punching in the dark. So appreciate and understand this, and you will. I guarantee you, you will level up fast. Faster than everybody else that just thinks like a beginner. It's just strategy. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not. It's everything else, right? I want to see you win. It's my mission to make you win, right? Because if we have more successful traders, more people winning at this, right? We become the top 1% and we can make a change in the world. That is what I want to see, because it's traders that are going to be the pillars of society, because we've been through a lot more than everybody else, you know? So if you're new to my channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop your comments below. Let me know which stage you're at and what you're stuck with. And until the next video, you're on your own. Take care now. Goodbye.